Hi, I'm Tony, aka Crazy for Comic Con, and welcome back from San Diego Comic Con 2013. And I don't know about you, let's see, it's Thursday, and I am just now recovering from the week. I've been like mentally just brain dead, and my body's been exhausted as I jump back into the routine. But yeah, I hope Comic-Con was an amazing experience for you, and it was crazy and awesome for me, and I loved it. This was my 8th year to go, and like I mentioned before, it's like the first time every time. So I loved it, and so if you've been to Comic-Con many times or just your first time, I hope it was an amazing experience. For me, this year, one of my favorite things was to just spend it with my friends. The past couple years at Comic-Con, I've been kind of busy with other duties, and I haven't been really free to just hang out with my buddies. And so this year I was able to go to panels and go to Nerd HQ and go to some of the outside events with my friends. And so it was really great just to hang out with them and just to experience Comic-Con together as a group. A couple highlights for me for the show was the Warner Brothers party on Friday night, and they did a special 75th anniversary of Superman there. And so complete with decorations and crazy food, and it was an ultra exclusive party with pretty much industry people only. And the cast of every major Warner Brothers TV show there. So it's a red carpet, and then there's just celebrities everywhere. So it was nuts. And a funny story from it: I was hanging out, and I was actually in my my Warner Brothers swag bag jacket that I had made. And this gal walked up, and we were making small talk, and then she said, "Can you take a picture of your jacket?" So I'm like, "Sure, that's great." So we take a picture, and then we chat a little bit more. And I go, "So are you work for Warner Brothers? Are you like in marketing? What do you do?" And she kind of like was awkward and says, "Well, my name's Amy Acker. I'm on Person of Interest." And I was kind of like, "Of course you are, and I should know that, and you should be here, and I probably shouldn't." And so. Yeah, she's a person of interest. She's been on Dollhouse and Cabin in the Woods, and anyway, it was clearly I should not have been there. But she later on she tweeted a pic of us out, and so I guess she didn't have hard feelings about it after all. She was perfectly sweet about it. But anyway, so that was awesome. In fact, at the Warner Brothers party is where I found out about the Superman-Batman announcement. So they actually made that announcement there first before Saturday. So it's kind of cool to be on the know about that. Henry Cavill showed up as well. But yeah, that was a really cool experience and very awesome. Another highlight for me was the Walking Dead escape. And had a great time running with my buddies and running around like crazy, trying to avoid zombies. And one time I was running, and this zombie like kind of jumped out at me and started going, Tony Kim, I like your blog." And I was like totally freaking out until I figured out what he was saying, and then I just laughed, and he kind of like was like, "No, seriously, man, I really liked your tips." Rah! And it kept going, and it was really hilarious. And so, yeah, it's great to meet fans, even while I was about to get killed. But clearly, from the Walking Dead experience, it was evident that in a real zombie emergency, I would not make it very far. Let's see, what else? Of course, one of the highlights of the week was the Doctor Who panel and seeing the 50th anniversary footage with both the 10th Doctor and the 11th Doctor together, and that was very mind-blowing. But the whole week really culminated in me meeting Matt Smith in Hall H and getting him to autograph my swag bag jacket. And so that was like totally one of the most memorable Comic-Con experiences of my life. So that was very awesome. And the week ending with my panel, the Multicultural Heroes panel, which was really awesome because it was just great to be able to have that dialogue and to have so many people come out who are passionate about the subject and really wanted to dialogue about it, had a lot of great ideas and a lot of great comments about it. And yeah, that was great. So I'm hoping to be able to continue that maybe for the following year. And yeah, that was a real honor to be able to host that conversation at Comic-Con. But really my favorite part of the whole experience was meeting you all. And to have a chance to meet so many people. I was really, honestly, over the week, I was overwhelmed and really humbled by the sincerity that many of you shared about what the site Crazy for Comic-Con has meant to you, the value that it has brought, and you know, just the fact that you're just so committed to read it on a regular basis. And yeah, I was really just touched by that. And I met several people, not only just locally but globally, from Australia, from England, from let's see where else, New Zealand, that said that they would read my blog every day, and just how important it was to them and how helpful it was. And yeah, so many people that just said that they just really appreciated the content and really look forward to it for the next year. And yeah, I think most of all that those comments and you all sharing that really is going to motivate me for this next coming year to be able to write more and to deliver even better, more helpful content for the years to come. And so thanks so much. Again, it just was a huge honor to meet every one of you. And I know I'll probably miss a lot of you guys, but it was just awesome to meet you. And yeah, I loved it. So it was definitely my favorite part of the experience. But I wanted to end my update with talking about I think the biggest issue that Comic-Con is facing, and that is Hall H. Dun dun dun. And I think we all knew going into it that Hall H was going to be a madhouse trying to get in. And you know, each night I would walk the Hall H line, try to give some updates on the status of the line, and I had a chance to talk to some people, and you know, there were some that was hanging out, getting in line 12 hours, 18 hours, some like almost 24 hours before their panel. And you know, this was really disheartening because I think this has become a huge problem and a game changer and a kind of a change in culture for Comic-Con. Because while there's always been like a sort of select, or at least in recent years, a select few of fanatics, from last year to this year now, it's clearly become like a major dominant sort of force in the Comic-Con community. And what's I think most upsetting about it is that before it was just about Comic-Con fanatics getting in line. Well, now it's more of just the average Comic-Con fan that's getting in line at midnight the night before and for either Barroom 20 or mainly for Hall H. And what that means now is that the whole game is sort of elevated. So if you are brand new or rookie to Comic-Con, then you're probably going to miss out on the entire Hall H experience. And as you guys know, with all the announcements that came out of Hall H on Saturday and all the amazing things that was happening, it's a shame that a new attendee or someone who's just not as savvy is going to miss out on some of that. So I have been dwelling on this dilemma. I think this is probably the biggest dilemma or issue that as a fan base we're going to experience. So I've been really dwelling on this past few days, and I think I've come up with a solution. But I'm not going to share that solution just yet. I'm going to really work on this. I feel like that's the number one need that the Comic-Con community is going to need in the future, is something to really alleviate Hall H. And yeah, I think I have an idea. And so I'm going to talk to some folks. I'm going to really sort of think of this idea. At the right time, I want to be able to bring maybe a few guys into it that's also interested in helping me. It's gonna, whatever I'm asking you guys, it's probably going to take a commitment and a sacrifice. But my desire is to help the greater good. My desire is to help everyone experience Comic-Con in a way that isn't disrupted or they're just distracted from the whole standing in line business. So you'll be hearing more from me on that. I'm going to really spend some time to develop it out for the next 11 and a half months, and really figure out some sort of solution that is going to truly help and benefit and make this whole standing in line business easier. Because yeah, this is just ridiculous, and I can't do it anymore, and I don't think anyone else wants to do it anymore. So anyway, stay tuned, and we'll keep talking. And of course, any ideas or input that you have in the meantime will be more than welcome. But I have, it's been an honor to be able to write this past year for Comic-Con 2013, and I appreciate so much, again, all the crazy amount of comments and suggestions and thoughts and questions that I've received. And I'm looking forward to ramping up for 2014, and I'll basically downshift for a little bit. I have 1 or 2 posts left in me. I'm probably going to write one called The Confessions of a First-Time Cosplayer, and for me to share my thoughts about cosplaying for the first time and some of the great opportunities and some of the challenges with that. And but I will start to focus a little more on a few other cons. I have Chicago Comic-Con coming up and a few other Comic-Cons for the fall. But then as soon as things like I hear about tickets and hotels and all the other stuff for 2014, we'll be right back in the middle of planning for Comic-Con 2014 before you know it. And again, I just want to thank you guys for your immense amount of commitment and your passion and your enthusiasm. Oh, and that reminds me, I want more of your first-time stories at Comic-Con. So I talked to many of you guys, and so if you had a great first-time experience and you want to write that in and share your story, then we'd love to have that on the site. So definitely send that in. So I'll be posting those kind of throughout this coming year as well. But thanks so much, and looking forward to another great 11 and a half months of anticipation for the next Comic-Con. And I love you guys. I'm excited, I'm passionate, I'm inspired, and my commitment is to bring the best content as possible. And so just know that the best is yet to come. Thanks so much. Live long and nerdy.